Hey guys, welcome back into the OddsShopper YouTube channel. My name's Geoff Ulrich, and in this video, we're going to be talking a little bit of NBA action for Friday, December 2nd. Now, talking no house advantage in this video as well. And if you are new to no house advantage, there's a couple different ways to play here. Now, for the OddsShopper stuff here, we're going to be mainly focusing on their versus the house contest. That's where we're creating our own parlay style multiplier tickets. We're taking from the props on no house advantage. We're putting them together. We're building our own payout system up to 20x on no house advantage. We're going to just see what happens here. We're going to rely on the projections over at stochastic.com as well. Free projections for No House Advantage over on stochastic.com to help guide us too. And if you're new to No House Advantage, you can use promo code Stochastic to sign up there. You get a free $50 match deposit bonus right off the top. So lots of things going on with No House Advantage. It's a really exciting site. They also have the pick'em contests up there as well. That's more of a DFS style contest. You're creating your own prop based style DFS lineup, putting in a big contest, playing for prizes. But again, here on OddsShopper, we're more about the bets, more just about, the picks. That's what we're going to focus on, just grabbing a few props, seeing which ones are really projecting us strong for this NBA slate. And then again, it's up to you. You can put it out into your own ticket however you want. So again, lots of great videos on the OddsShopper YouTube channel. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you could. There's going to be more information, more videos you can check out after you're done watching this one as well. So, with all that said, let's dive right into it. We got a pretty decent NBA slate tonight. Lots to pick from. Lots of big names up as well. And let's start with a game that I think should be pretty exciting. I mean, it's going to be the Bulls late game versus, the Golden State Warriors. So we got a big up-tempo game here. It should be anyways. It's a decent spread, almost 8 points in favor of Golden State, 237 total. But, we got a guy in Zach LaVine who's projecting with a 2.5 3-point prop. And we really like this one for an over. And I mean, I don't really have anything negative to say about it. So I'm just going to take it. I think over 2.5 3 points for Zach LaVine is completely doable. I mean, this is a player who, over his last 5 games, in 3 of them, he's attempted 10 or more 3-pointers. He's been a little bit cool from beyond the arc in his last couple games, only made 1 3-pointer in his last 2 games, but he's attempted 3 3-pointers. He's attempted 6 3-pointers in each of those last 2 games as well. So Zach LaVine still firing, even if he's a little bit cool from beyond the arc. I think this game is one where you'll probably see LaVine probably heat up a little bit. The Golden State Warriors, not great at defending beyond the arc. They're bottom 10 teams in terms of 3-pointers allowed as well. So LaVine shooting more, he's not that guy who just dunks anymore with all the knee surgeries, become more of a perimeter shooter. He should be shooting a lot in this game with just the tempo that we're going to see and just with the Bulls opponent. So give me Zach LaVine over 2.5 3-pointers to start here. Again, relying on our projections. This one's one of our top plays for sure over on Stochastic. So we're going to go there. We're going to stick with the over, and we're going to go to the points prop. We're going to go to a different game. We're going to go to Terry Rozier here. I kind of like this one. I'm not going to lie. We got a close point spread between Charlotte and Washington, 224, but it's a 3-point spread in favor of Washington. Rozier obviously just touching the ball a ton, playing a ton. No LaMelo Ball in the lineup for Charlotte still. So, coming off a game where he actually missed against Boston, should be well rested here. Prior to that game against Boston, he had been averaging right around 38 minutes per game. So Rozier, not really any concerns in terms of usage. Should be playing a ton here. His last 2 games prior to that game, missing that game against Boston, went for 22 points. He's got a 21.5 point prop up for tonight. We're going to go over that. Like I said, this one's projected as, as what we'd call like a decent over, but I think this is just a good setup. I think Rozier being rested, going up against Washington, who's a pretty solid team defensively, but I don't mind this guard matchup for Terry Rozier either. I think you got to look at the positional battle here. Rozier in a pretty good spot. Bradley Beal, Monte Morris, not scaring, anyone really, especially Rozier. So I think this is a good spot. 21.5 points. Again, not really an inflated total or anything. Coming off a rest game, Rozier's been very consistent just in terms of his usage, so we like that. And I don't really see any reason why that would go down in this spot and what should be, like I said, a pretty close game. So 21.5 points. It'll probably be pretty close. I mean, Rozier's kind of been in that 20 to 28 range, ever since LaMelo Ball went out. So, but again, this one's just probably a tick too low. Let's go over 21.5 points for Terry Rozier tonight. Let's throw in an under here now. We're going to stick with the point props. We're going to stick with the guards actually as well. We're going to go to a bigger name. We're going to go to Ja Morant. We're going to go under Ja Morant, 30.5 points. Again, love the player. Love watching Ja Morant play, but, again, I mean, this is a big total here. I mean, we've got a player in Morant who's gone under 30 points in each of his last 3 games. He's actually only hit the over once in his last 5 games. So Morant, doing everything for Memphis, but it's not necessarily just as a pure point scorer either. Tough matchup too. I mean, a big part of this under and just him being projected for an under tonight is the fact he's going up against the 76ers. 76ers top 5 team defensively, just in terms of points allowed. Slower paced game on tap, only a 217 total here. Again, Memphis are favored in this game, but they only have a 111 implied team total. So Ja Morant, doing everything, but this is an inflated total. I mean, 30.5 points. We have this projected as a very solid under. Have Morant projected more in the 28-point range. I don't really see any reason not to go against this, even though we know Ja Morant is Ja Morant and he could go off against any team. I think when you look at the trends, when you look at just how the pace of this game, 30.5 just feels a tick too high. And I do like taking the under and siding with, again, the stochastic projections, which are going to kind of help us out here. And again, guys, those stochastic projections for Noah's Advantage, free on stochastic.com. So check those out after this video. Ja Morant under 30.5 points. Like I said, it's going to be our third. And then for our last one, we're going to go back to the over category here, but we're going to go to rebounds. And I'm going to hit up that Washington game again. Going to go on the other side, though. Kyle Kuzma, a player I just like targeting. And I like Kyle Kuzma for the simple fact, you know what you get with Kyle Kuzma. He's going to play in like the 35-minute range, and he's kind of going to just do a little bit of everything. His usage has been really good in terms of points. I actually don't mind an over on the point prop for Kyle Kuzma tonight either. This is a player who's had over 22 points in each of his last 5 games, but we're going to go over on rebounds for Kuzma. I think this is just a solid spot with, obviously a pace up game versus the Charlotte Hornets. 224, total game total here and a really close point spread. It just should mean a lot of shots out there. Kuzma's going to be on the floor a ton, been playing a ton. And, again, like his rebound props do tend to fluctuate, but we have this projected as an upside spot for him in that category. And I'm going to agree with this. I mean, 8.5 rebounds. He's had double-digit performances in this category, reboundings, just total rebounds, quite a bit over his last, 10 to 15 games. So Kyle Kuzma, 8.5 rebounds. We're going to go over tonight. Again, rely on those projections that are telling us this is a really good spot, taking over on some Kuzma props. Don't mind mixing in a point prop over on Kuzma either, though. He's been very consistent just as a scorer and a really terrific matchup, quite frankly, against Charlotte. So let's do a quick recap here. Again, I gave you 4 plays here. 4 plays to think about for the versus the house contest. You can create your own tickets however you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 2, 3, 4, 5 plays, and then you get different payouts for each ones. Obviously, when you're playing versus the house, but Zach LaVine over 2.5 3-pointers. Again, up tempo game. LaVine's going to take a lot of threes. He always does. Terry Rozier over 21.5 points. Close game here. Expected. Between Charlotte and the Wizards. Again, really don't mind the matchup for Rozier. Then we're going to go Ja Morant under 30.5 points. Again, playing Philly, top defensive team. Slower pace game on tap for sure. And we're going to go Kyle Kuzma over 8.5 rebounds. Again, Kuzma in a fast-paced game. I like the game environment for some Kuzma overs. He's going to play a ton. There's just going to be more shots with Charlotte involved. So those are going to be the 4 plays we're kind of targeting here on OddsShopper for Noah's Advantage tonight. Again, a couple different ways to play. There's the pick'em contest. That's more of a DFS style. And then there's the versus the house, which is kind of what we're discussing here on OddsShopper. Smash that like button if you could. Subscribe to the OddsShopper YouTube channel if you haven't done that already. And if you're new to Noah's Advantage, make sure you use promo code Stochastic when you're signing up. Get a $50 free match deposit bonus right off the top. I hope everybody has a great Friday of NBA action. I'm Geoff Ulrich, and we'll talk to you again soon.